Hello and welcome to this short down regulating practice with myself. The only thing you'll need for this practice is actually a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, don't panic. Couple of pillows, pop them together, you'll make a really nice makeshift one. This practice would be really nice to utilize at a time where you're looking to kind of transition a little bit. So maybe it's the end of a work day, maybe you want to do this right before bed. Maybe you're thinking about an afternoon nap, and this practice might help kind of nourish similar tendencies. So when you're ready, we're going to get straight on into it. We're going to do a tiny little bit of movement and then shift into some more longer held shapes. So first thing we're going to do is stand at the top of the mat. I'm just going to swivel that round and just come into a forward fold. So standing forward fold, soften your knees, Uttanasana, rest your chest back towards your thighs and let your head hang heavy. Just beginning to change perspective a little bit. And you can actually kind of think of your brain symbolically letting energy drain. Breathe right into your lower back and begin to turn more internal, noticing the sensations that you feel here. Feel the foundations of your feet on the floor. And then the next time you take a breath in, just come up to a halfway lift position, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. From here, fingertips are going to come down towards the floor. Step your left foot back, nice distance. Drop your back knee down, and then untuck your left toe so the top of the left foot presses down. Have your hands just either side of your right foot. Drop your chin towards your chest and let your chest and torso rest on top of your right thigh. So think of it like a lazy lunge. Then solidify a little bit more into the sole of your right foot. Press into it and raise your fingertips to the ceiling. From here, just take opposite hand to opposite elbow. When you're ready to take another breath in, just get a little bit taller. And then as you exhale, just tip slightly to the right so your left rib cage feels more expansive. Draw back to center, root your left hand nice and wide, stretch your right arm to the ceiling, twist towards the back of the room. Right hand draws down towards the floor, shift your left foot forward, back into your standing fold at the top of the mat. Take a breath in, rise the chest up halfway. All of that, same, just other side. Fingertips to the floor, step your right foot back, drop your right knee to the earth. Untuck your toes, press the top of the foot down, find your lazy lunge. Space through the back of the neck as you draw your chin in towards your chest. Root down to the sole of your left foot to help you balance. Rise your fingertips up towards the sky. From here, cup opposite hand to opposite elbow. Reach out through your elbow tips, and then just take a side bend to the left. Draw back to center. Root your right hand nice and wide. Stretch your left fingertips to the sky, twist to the left. Left hand plants down, step your right foot forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Then bring the hands to the hips, press into your feet, and just slowly come all the way up to standing. Okay, grab your bolster. We're going to use it for the rest of our time together. So you'll just take it out in front of you, and then sink onto your bum, and slide your right shin in front of you into a 90-degree position. If that feels too much, don't worry, just bring your heel a little bit closer towards your groin. Otherwise, you're just working on a parallel line with your right shin, parallel towards the top of the mat. Back leg can just be a little bit more compacted if you want to. Might shift in a little bit closer, maybe further away. Just feel into what feels best for your body. Then, do your best to sit as tall as possible. Take a full breath in. Then as you exhale, hinge forward. Just until you get a slight pull in the tissues on the outside edge of your right hip. Maybe hands will come to your bolster. Maybe your forearms are going to come down. Maybe over a few breaths, you might be able to fold in a smidge more. But don't think sprint here, think marathon. Less is more, breathe into it. And as long as you can feel a little bit of change in the tissues in that right hip, That's all we need to do. You stay exactly where you are. I'm just going to shift myself around just so you get a better visual of the next one. And then take 3 more breaths exactly where you are. And if it feels like you've got a little bit more room on the exhale, just slowly see if you can soften in a bit deeper. When you've done your rounds of breath, begin to slowly rise your chest. Nice and slow. Okay. The bolster now is going to shift slightly to the right. So it's on a bit of an angle. And then I want you to kind of compact your legs a little bit more. So I like to kind of nestle my left knee in towards the right foot. You don't have to, but just think of a smaller containment through the legs. Take a big breath in, lift out through your ribs, twist to the right, and then try and drop your navel onto your right thigh as we just come into a restorative twist here. So I don't want you to feel tons of sensation. I just want you to feel like as you drop your head down, you might begin to shift into a state of a calmer atmosphere. The left side of the waist just might be slightly longer than the right. When you're ready, begin to rise your spine and then shoot your legs out in front of you. I'm going to come into a relaxed Paschimottanasana next, so a forward fold position, but you're going to slide your bolster underneath your knees. So just soften the knees a little bit, cup the bolster underneath. And for me, I like to take my legs a little bit wider for this one, so it feels like my chest has a little bit more space, but you might have your inner thighs together, okay? Shuffle your bum back a little bit so you get right onto the sit bones. Take a full breath in and then round your spine until you feel more breath and space being created at your back. What I want you to do is visualize your breath going to the back and side of your ribs, but let yourself have a double chin here so there's no scrunching through the back of the neck. When you're ready, lift your spine up nice and tall. And then we're just going to do that on the other side. So deer facing forward and then deer with our rotation. So when you're ready, I'll just keep facing forward so you can see the visual. My left shin is going to be out in front of me now. So this is the 90 degree. Again, don't worry if that feels too much. You just bring your heel a little bit closer. Bolsters out in front of you. Take a full breath in and then hinge forward. Breathe into it. And slowly draw your spine up nice and tall. Same thing, just rotate your bolster over to the left a smidge. Contain your legs a little bit more. Take a full breath in. Twist and rotate to the left. Drop your navel over your left thigh. Rise your spine when you're ready. From here, we're going to shoot the legs out nice and long and just have the bolster cupping underneath the legs, okay? So we'll be lying on our back now. So you'll take your bolster underneath, legs go nice and long, and then just roll your spine all the way down towards the mat. We'll take Supta Baddha Konasana from here. So feet are going to be on the bolster, soles of the feet together, knees draw out towards the side. Arms, reach them up above your head, and you're just going to take opposite hand to opposite elbow. If that doesn't work, just take one hand to one wrist. Basically just so you get a little bit more expansion into the pits of the armpits and into the front of your chest. From here, just slowly soften your hands to your belly, so your palms face down. And then use the tactile feedback of your breath into your palms to just shift your breath deeper into the belly. So most of the time, most of us, we're breathing in the chest and the shoulders, right? See if you can send that breath lower and really physically feel your breath rise and fall into your palms. And every time you exhale, try to soften a little bit more. So there's no effort in the body here. You can be passive. And then all I want you to do is bring your attention more towards your exhale. So forget about your inhale. It's going to happen anyway. We want to breathe in. It's natural as humans to breathe in, okay? So that's going to happen on its own. I want you to see if you can exhale for longer than your inhale. With, again, that sense of softening a smidge more every time you exhale. Do one more full breath in and full breath out when you're ready. And then once you've completed that, just shoot your legs forward so the legs extend over the top of the bolster there. Release your palms to flip up towards the ceiling and relax your shoulders away from your ears. You are more than welcome to take all the time you need in Shavasana here. Just roll over, press me on pause, and take as much time if that's calling to you. Otherwise, we'll just do about 60 seconds of relaxation here. Just enjoy being rather than doing. And is there anywhere in your body that you're still holding on to via clenching or grasping? And can you let that go? Begin to just circle your joints a little bit. Just becoming a little bit more aware of your physical body. Then interlace your fingers and stretch your arms up above your head. Maybe find a yawn. When you're ready, just roll over to one side, and then we'll just gently press ourselves up to a comfortable seat to close down together. Make sure that your spine is really tall, and you can take any hand mudra you wish here. Maybe the eyes are closed, maybe we gaze to the floor. Check in with how you feel. And particularly, is there any change in your state from beginning of class to now? Have we changed anything physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually? Whenever you're ready, you can close down your practice. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you leave this practice feeling a little bit calmer and grounded. I look forward to seeing you soon.